Hey everyone. In this video, I want to prove to you how having a rough past can actually be an advantage in life. So if this sounds like you, if you're somebody who has experienced a bit of a tougher past than most, hopefully by the end of this video, I can change your mindset and show you that having a rough past actually can be beneficial. So I know that a lot of people who have had a tough past can end up depressed and even kind of scared for the future because they're afraid that more pain can come into their life. And I understand that that is a thing, but I want to show you how a tough past can actually be a good thing. You see, one benefit of having a rough past is that it'll often make you less scared to take risks. And this is a great way for changing your life. You see, you can't live a great life if you're afraid of taking risks. There's just no way, really. I mean, if you want great things in life, you have to be willing to take risks. And people who have been through a lot in the past are usually more likely to take risks because they've already been through a lot. They're not going to be as afraid of what could happen or what could go wrong because they've already been through a tough past. Whereas people who've had it really easy in life are going to be very risk averse because they haven't seen what it's like to experience horrible situations. They don't have that mental toughness to take risks. And that's why so many people live mediocre lives. You have to be willing to take risks if you want to live a great life. And another thing, probably the most important thing, is how having a tough past changes your mindset. You see, if you ask me, I believe that mindset is the number one indicator of somebody living a great life. If somebody has an exceptional mindset, even if they're working at McDonald's, I believe they will live a great life because they're going to work hard, they're going to take risks, and they're going to keep learning and growing so that eventually they might be a VP at McDonald's instead of just the cashier. Whereas people who have horrible mindsets, I don't think there's much you can do for them that's going to help them out. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot. But people who have had a rough past often are incredibly mentally tough. You guys are really strong. When you've been through a lot, it naturally forces you to be strong. And this gives you a huge advantage over everyone in life because people who've had it easy, they don't have that mental toughness. That's why you have so many people getting upset over the most ridiculous things in today's world, because a lot of people have had really easy pasts. So they get easily worked up over normal things, over simple stuff, things that wouldn't affect someone who's had a tough past. And that's a huge strength. Please don't diminish that. That's probably the most important thing. When you've had a tough past, that mental toughness, I would say you can't even pay for something like that. It's basically, you can't put a value on it. It's so incredibly helpful and useful in life that I just wish you could understand the kind of advantage it gives you over everyone else. You see, when I was younger, I was emotionally bullied. I was incredibly small. I don't think I made it to like 5'3" until I was a sophomore in high school. I was really short. Even now, I'm not tall by any means, but I'm not as short as I was then. And I can tell you, I got bullied. I got emotionally bullied. And in a way, I almost wish it had been more physical bullying because that's easier to get over. I mean, if somebody bruises your body, that heals really quickly. But when they bruise your mind, it takes a bit more to get over that. So being emotionally bullied made me who I am today. I would not be making these videos if I hadn't gone through that because I wouldn't have had any experiences to toughen me up. I mean, besides that, I've lived a pretty easy life compared to most. And I even understand that the emotional bullying I went through wasn't even all that bad compared to what other people have been through. But it still gave me an advantage over people who haven't been through anything like it. So even stuff that isn't all that bad can still give you such an advantage because that bullying molded me into who I am. It toughened me up, and it also made me who I am in the way that I don't tolerate bullying anymore. I don't even tolerate it when I see somebody bullying somebody else because it pisses me off. Because I used to be that guy on the receiving end, and nobody really jumped in to help me during those times. So now I have this like anti-bullying mindset, and I hate seeing people trying to take advantage of others, especially people who are incredibly kind or nice, because I know that they're not going to stand up for themselves on their own. So that's just one example of how having a bit of a rougher past can help you. And I would still say I've had it pretty easy. That wasn't all that bad compared to what other people have been through. I mean, some people lose their parents when they're really young, or other things like that that are just traumatizing, where it's emotional bullying isn't all that bad in comparison. So I'd like to make the argument that the worse of a past you've had, the better you can create, or the better future you can create for yourself. Just with the mindset alone, that's literally all you need to create a better life for yourself. Mindset is the end all and be all when it comes to life satisfaction and life fulfillment. When you've been through all of that struggling, all that suffering, it helps you so much with going forward and having that mental toughness to go through anything. It gives you persistence, and hopefully once you learn patience along with that persistence, you can accomplish anything. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!